topic of teen pregnancy. As many of you have seen the show Teen Mom, you all know that teen pregnancy is not uncommon. But it seems that there is an increasing amount of abortions now in the U.S. Abortions, as you all may know, is a termination of pregnancy. In 2013, 664,435 legal-induced abortions were reported to the CDC from 49 reporting states. The abortion ratio was 200 abortions per 1,000 live births. More than 40% of women have testified that they have had an abortion at least once in their reproductive lifetime. Now, there are two different types of abortions. There's the spontaneous abortion, which is also known as a miscarriage, and then there's the induced abortion, where you go and have the abortion surgically, or the baby surgically removed. It is usually done before the 12th week of pregnancy, and here I have a visual aid to show you what the baby looks like at 12 weeks, which is also 3 months. So this is what the baby looks like. As you can see, the baby already has little fingers, and it has its skeletal body. So at 3 months, you can go and have an abortion done. So abortions now are done surgically, but back then they used to use sharp physical tools, and they used to use forced trauma on a patient. But now, with the medical field advancing, you can have this baby surgically removed. So a little history on how abortions became legalized in the U.S. It all started with this Texas woman who was unmarried, and she was pregnant, and she wanted to get an abortion. Unfortunately, the state of Texas denied her right to have an abortion done, so she filed a lawsuit against the state of Texas. Because it prevented, her right from having this abortion. The lawsuit sought to have Texas abortion law declared unconstitutional as an invasion of her right to privacy as guaranteed by the 4th, 5th, and 14th Amendment. On January 22nd, 1973, Roe won her case 2 years after she actually gave birth to her child, and she placed this child up for adoption. So then she ended up winning the case. The Supreme Court had ruled that the Texas abortion law was unconstitutional. So that's a little history as to how abortions got legalized in the U.S. One may ask, why choose abortions? So teen facing an unplanned pregnancy choosing an abortion is similar to women in her 20s and 30s. They ask the same questions. Do I want this baby? Will I be a good mother? How will this impact my life? A teen considering abortion is usually influenced by her life, her religious belief, her background life, if she's poor, her educational level. Most mothers are negatively impacted by their education level. Most mothers, their lives become limited as soon as they give birth to this baby, and their learning potential puts in greater risk of raising the child in poverty. Unfortunately, statistics show that Black and Hispanic women have the highest teen pregnancy rates, and it's 184% for every 1,000 women aged 15 through 19, and whites have the lowest rate, which is 38% per 1,000 women. In comparison to teens who choose abortion are more successful in school and career-wise. Financial concerns is also another reason why teens choose abortions. There are 73% of women who terminate their pregnancy simply because they cannot afford to raise a child. Now in this day and age, the cost of living itself has become way more expensive, and it's harder to raise a child when you don't really have a great education, a great career, and also when you don't really have that much money. And then another 48% of women choose abortion simply because of domestic or rape abuse, which is very disturbing and very sad to hear that you decide to terminate a child, because of domestic abuse. Um, Unfortunately, it has become very common nowadays. Um, so the reason why I chose to speak about abortions is because I myself am a Hispanic woman, and although I don't live in poverty, I did choose to have an abortion. Not at an early age, and I wasn't a teenager. It was in my late 20s, and it was a decision that definitely impacted my life. I feel like people ask why choose to have an abortion, and simply because I feel like, at that time I felt like it would have been unfair to bring a child into this world, and not be able to provide a child with the right life it deserved. It is one of the hardest decisions you would ever have to make in your life, and of course, when you have supportive people behind you, it makes everything a lot easier, but that is still a very traumatic experience that you will always carry with you for the rest of your life. I chose not to be selfish, and uh, thought about myself and how it would be raising a child, or another child to say, and not have, you know, the right living situation for this child, or uh, you know, anything successful for this child is just very hard in general. And so for that reason, it's why I chose to speak on abortions, because it's an experience that was very traumatic for me, and also it was a life learning experience, but it's one that a lot of teen girls face nowadays, and it's very hard. So I hope you guys got a lot of great information, and you also got to learn a little bit of me and my personal experience. Thank you.